Hey guys, welcome back to another video, wherever you're watching from, in the Caribbean or in the diaspora. In today's video, yes, I want to talk about immigration, and I'd also like to talk about this word that is floating around now, illegal aliens. So, let's talk about it. So if you are one of those persons, just like myself, that stayed up that night, November, for the election, and you stayed up all night to see the result of the election, and you saw that Donald Trump won the election, you were not surprised. Just like myself, not surprised about what was going to happen. And you were not surprised, I'm not surprised about Donald Trump's inauguration speech and that immigration would have taken front and center.
All illegal entry will immediately be halted, and we will begin the process of returning millions and millions of criminal aliens back to the places from which they came. We will reinstate my Remain in Mexico policy. I will end the practice of catch and release. And I will send troops to the southern border to...
So if you were born in the 90s or in the 2000s and you're watching what is unfolding in America now, you are seeing the speech coming from Donald Trump talking about immigration, illegal immigrants as criminals and illegal aliens. You're probably freaking out. But for someone like me, if you're born in the 70s, born in the 60s, in particular, if you're from a place like Jamaica, if you're from Haiti, or if you are from Africa, you're probably just laughing and saying, this feels like deja vu. So I'm going to go through this video talking about the word illegal alien and how illegal migration or immigrants, the link between that and what Donald Trump is talking about, criminals, because this is a playbook that if you are from Haiti, if you are from Jamaica, you have seen before. So this is what I want to talk about, the history of illegal immigration in America and that word, illegal alien. So in one of the first press conferences, the White House press secretary pretty much said that, look, once you enter America illegally, you are a criminal, regardless of if you have a criminal record for robbery with aggravation, whether or not you have some serious drug charges or homicide. Regardless of that, you enter America illegally, you're a criminal. And a lot of people are freaking out about that. But as I said, if you are born in the 70s, 60s, this is like deja vu and you're not freaking out. So sound off in the comment section and let me know, do you think that if you enter America illegally or if you overstay your visa, is it okay? Is it fair game for you to be considered a criminal? Sound off in the comment section and let me know.
Carolina on immigration. Of the 3,500 arrests ICE has made so far since President Trump came back into office, can you just tell us the numbers? How many have a criminal record versus those who are just in the country illegally?
All of them, because they illegally broke our nation's laws and therefore they are criminals as far as this administration goes. I know the last administration didn't see it that way, so it's a big culture shift in our nation to view someone who breaks our immigration laws as a criminal, but that's exactly what they are.
Yes, so after the attempted assassination of Donald Trump, we all remember that first interview where Donald Trump spoke about illegal immigration and that they're taking away black and Hispanic jobs, and that caused another uproar where the media came out and there was a thing about what is black jobs and what is Hispanic jobs, what is Donald Trump talking about, and there was as I said, an outrage going on. But with Donald Trump, those words that illegal immigrants are criminals, they're taking away our jobs, those words pretty much set the internet on fire. The traditional media, they were freaking out about it. But my question is, are those words, was it the first time we have heard those words in American history? And as I said, if you were born in the 70s or born in the 60s, you might have something else to say, look, this is not the first time we have heard those words. Donald Trump is not the first president or the first person running for president who would have said words like those.
Cities are flooded with illegal aliens. Americans are being squeezed out of the labor force and their jobs are taken. By the way, you know who's taking the jobs that are created? 107% of those jobs are taken by illegal aliens. And you know who's being hurt the most by millions of people pouring into our country? The black population and the Hispanic population, because they're taking the jobs from our black population, our Hispanic population.
Yes, so with all of this taking place and the media, the traditional media freaking out, like I was saying to myself, where have I heard those words before? I can't remember.
All Americans, not only in the states most heavily affected, but in every place in this country, are rightly disturbed by the large numbers of illegal aliens entering our country. The jobs they hold might otherwise be held by citizens or legal immigrants. The public service they use impose burdens on our taxpayers. That's why our administration has moved aggressively to secure our borders more, by hiring a record number of new border guards, by deporting twice as many criminal aliens as ever before, by cracking down on illegal hiring, by barring welfare benefits to illegal aliens. In the budget I will present to you, we will try to do more to speed the deportation of illegal aliens who are arrested for crimes, to better identify illegal aliens in the workplace, as recommended by the commission headed by former Congresswoman Barbara Jordan.
Yes, so one other thing I wanted to address is the hypocrisy of the traditional media. Because when Donald Trump was spewing these words, the traditional media came down so hard, and all of the reports that you saw was Donald Trump like Hitler, Donald Trump like this, as if it was the first time in American history those words were spoken. And as we can see, like it's been like a political football, like it's been used by both parties. And as you saw in that clip with Bill Clinton, one of the most loved president in American history, especially by African Americans. Bill Clinton was used similar words when Bill Clinton was in office, used similar words. Bill Clinton was responsible for a lot of people in New York, a lot of Caribbean people from Haiti, people from Jamaica being deported, and a lot of what happened in the crime bill with a lot of people being killed in questionable ways in New York. Bill Clinton was responsible for that. So when the traditional media came out and spoke about what Donald Trump was saying, as if that was the first time that anyone in American history spoke like that, that was a level of hypocrisy. And one of the things when you're with the traditional media in America, if you don't do your research for yourself, you will be just fed whatever they want you to believe. But from someone like me that have studied history, American history, we know that whether it's Democrats or Republican, both parties have a history of treating immigrants in a very inhumane way. So if you don't know your history, you're not going to know that. And the song that was played earlier on in the video, the I'm an Alien, I'm a Jamaican in New York, that song was done by Shined back in the 90s. And one of the things from those days, 70s, 80s, 90s coming up, whenever those were the days when we had revolutionary music, when Jamaicans or people from Haiti, they were feeling or going through depression, when people from Africa, they're going through their hard times, they would put it out in music. And back in those days, people from Haiti, people from Jamaica, the word illegal alien, when you heard the word illegal alien, the face of that was black people. And that is just the truth. When you heard the word illegal alien, you thought about people from Haiti, you thought about people from Jamaica. And the traditional media did not freak out at that time. A lot of people from other communities did not freak out at that time when people from Haiti and people from Jamaica were being called illegal alien. So to fast forward in 2025, and we see now the word illegal alien applying to like Hispanic people and different people. Now we see people are just freaking out all over the place. But the reality is that when in the 1980s, when people from Haiti, people from Jamaica were treated like animals, illegal aliens, like No one said a word. Another thing, when Barack Obama won the election in 2008, the world celebrated. Africa celebrated, the Caribbean celebrated, everyone celebrated because this seemed like hope. Like Caribbean people were hopeful, Africans were hopeful that something, because of Barack Obama being elected as the first black president, things are going to change, but nothing changed. And that is just a reality. And the media did not report those things that happened under Barack Obama administration. The media did not report that over 3 million people were deported. In particular, a lot in the history of America and deportation, there are more Jamaicans were deported under Barack Obama presidency than any other president in America history. The media did not report that. Most Jamaicans don't know that. People are freaking out now thinking that Donald Trump is going to deport all people back to the Caribbean, but people did not realize that under Barack Obama administration, a lot of Jamaicans were deported. The media did not bring that forth. Under Bill Clinton, and the thing is, during that period, when you had song like, as I said, the song that I played earlier, a Jamaican in New York, I'm an alien, I'm a Jamaican in New York, that was because a lot of Jamaicans, a lot of people from Haiti were being deported. When Buju Banton did this song about deportee, a lot of Jamaicans were being deported at that time. So what we see happening now with the media freaking out is disingenuous, because they weren't freaking out when Jamaicans were deported, when people from Haiti were deported.
By the time President Obama steps down, around 3 million individuals will have been deported under his watch. Sadly, but unsurprisingly, President Obama has come to be known among the growing Hispanic population in the US as the deporter-in-chief. Thousands of hardworking families in the US have been split by force as a consequence of this policy. If you were to re-enter politics, what would you do about this?
Back in the days when Jamaicans were being deported in crazy numbers, when we had a time when there are people from Haiti, people from Cuba were coming into America on boats, on anything that they could, any floating device that they could get to leave Cuba, to leave Haiti, and to enter America, they would take that chance. But what happened when the Cubans arrived, they were allowed to come into America and to get instant citizenship. And people from Haiti were pushed back into the ocean to find their way back. Nobody spoke about that. The media did not freak out about that. So this is just a bit of history lesson where immigration is concerned, and to show you that the hypocrisy with the media, that they don't cover the news the same way. Like when it comes on to a particular set of people, the coverage is not the same way. When it comes on to people from Haiti, when it came on to people from Jamaica being deported in huge numbers, like the media was quiet where this was concerned. And another thing, if you don't know history, then you would not remember that Ronald Reagan was the president that signed the immigration reform bill back in 1986. And that immigration reform bill was monumental at that time. So let's take a look at some old clips from Ronald Reagan.
It is true our borders are out of control. It is also true that this has been a situation on our borders back through a number of administrations. And I supported this bill. I believe in the idea of amnesty for those who have put down roots and who have lived here, even though some time back they may have entered illegally. With regard to the employer sanctions, we must have that, not only to ensure that we can identify the illegal aliens, but also, while some keep protesting about what it would do to employers, there is another employer that we shouldn't be so concerned about. And these are employers down through the years who have encouraged the illegal entry into this country, because they then hire these individuals and hire them at starvation wages and with none of the benefits that we think are normal and natural for workers in our country. And the individuals can't complain because of their illegal status. We don't think that those people should be allowed to continue operating free. And this was why the provisions that we had in with regard to sanctions and so forth. And I'm going to do everything I can, and all of us in the administration are, to join in again, when Congress is back at it, to get an immigration bill that will give us once again control of our borders. And with regard to friendship below the border and with the countries down there, yes, no administration that I know has established the relationship that we have with our Latin friends. But as long as they have an economy that leaves so many people in dire poverty and unemployment, they are going to seek that employment across our borders, and we work with those other countries.
President Reagan did sign the sweeping new Immigration Reform Act today. He said it protects the sacred possession of American citizenship.
We didn't call it amnesty, we called it legalization. We're able.
Okay, so that's Ronald Reagan. So Ronald Reagan in 1986, Ronald Reagan was a Republican president. Ronald Reagan signed that immigration reform bill that led to amnesty for over 3 million people. 3 million people, illegal immigrants in America, came out of the dark and came and were able to get citizenship in 1986. And of those 3 millions, a lot of Jamaicans were involved. A lot of people from Haiti was involved. And when you look at the Caribbean community in America, when you look at New York, you know, the Jamaican community in New York, the Guyanese community in New York, the Haitian community in Miami, a lot of those people came out of that amnesty. Because of that amnesty, a lot of Caribbean nationals were able to set roots in America and to have a thriving Caribbean community in America. So the point of this video is just to explain, just to talk about the hypocrisy of traditional media and the hypocrisy and how this whole immigration thing has been used as like a political football, like back and forth. And if you don't study history, if you don't study American history, you would think that the Democrats are for immigrants and Republicans are against immigrants. And that is not the full story. Both parties have used this as like political leverage. Both parties had history of treating immigrants like garbage. Democrats did, Republicans did. And if I'm to be honest, Ronald Reagan, a Republican president, did more for immigration than any other president in American history. He signed that 1986 immigration reform bill. Even at that time, Ronald Reagan was open to the idea of open borders, of solving the economical problem of Mexico, having Mexicans come across the border to America to work and to go back to Mexico. Ronald Reagan was the only president that had a plan like that, a plan that would involve Mexico being successful, America being successful, and a plan that, as I said, 3 million immigrants from 90 countries were able to get citizenship status in America. And what came from that was a lot of Caribbean community, a lot of community of different people from all over the world in America. So now in 2025, now when we're talking about immigration and we're talking about Republicans are against immigrants and Democrats are for immigrants, we're not telling the full story of what goes on in America politics history. Both parties have been guilty of treating immigrants in a bad way. Both parties have been guilty of that over the decades in American history. So we're not telling the full story. So guys, sound off in the comment section and let me know what are your thoughts about this video. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing content. And remember, peace. I'm out.